remember that time when you got that one Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta low on health, and then he popped that last wild sense that caught you off guard, and you lost the match? Wouldn't it be nice if you had a surefire way around that worked 100% of the time? What about that one match when you had sparking and all the opponent did was super dash up and down, then you spent all of your sparking just to catch him? Be pretty cool if you could just have stopped that before you even wasted all that ki, right? I'm Koda, and I've got the solution to both of those problems, if you can call them that anymore. Let me show you. Part 1, Wild Sense and After Image. I say Wild Sense and After Image, but I'll only be showcasing Wild Sense because this works for both Wild Sense and After Image. So the first thing you'll be able to tell when your opponent activates Wild Sense or After Image is when you see the skill count drop by 2 points. Both After Image and Wild Sense cost 2 skill counts. You'll need to keep an eye out for this. Once you see this, make your mental notes. Once you see this, you'll know that this skill is locked and loaded. What you'll want to do is force the activation of it by hitting the opponent, but you'll do so with a rush or a light attack. That's square or X on console. Nextly, as soon as you press the button, immediately press your guard button. That's R1 or RB on standard controls. This will teleport you behind the opponent as soon as the strike from Wild Sense comes out, and will place you behind the opponent where you're free to take advantage of the backs being turned. Results are the same for After Image. Up and down super dashes. After the display of utter skill that happened in the grand finals in France, everyone and their mama been using this tech to get out of many disadvantageous situations. But we gonna fix that right now. So firstly, when you see this tech being applied, don't panic. Simply take a step back. Alright, maybe take 3 or 4 steps back actually. Now, what you'll do is look at the opponent closely. Closer. Closer. There. See how he's going in one direction and then the other direction? You'll want to aim for one of those moments, as soon as you see him start to go up or as soon as you see him start to go down. For this to work, you'll have to catch them as soon as you see the directional change and then hit them with a Ki Blast Super. Now there are some caveats to this method. You can't be too close or you'll whiff altogether. Some Ki Blast Supers that are multi-hitting won't even make an attempt to getting close to the opponent, like Dragon Ball Super, Super Saiyan Vegeta's Gallic Rush, or Perfect Cell's Death Beam Barrage. Other than that, just about any other super, beam super, will connect. Do not, and I mean do not, charge your beam super. You have to fire it right away so you can catch your opponent off guard and they won't have time to react. By the way, if your beam super has a cinematic before it fires, meaning you'll see something like this before it fires off, that's even better. This little cinematic you see beforehand actually interrupts the opponent's dash, meaning they have to re-input their dash after the cinematic. That being said, it won't interrupt them enough to the point where they'll be able to evade or fire anything back. This should serve as a nice little check for your opponent, like one of those get right smacks that you get from your parents when you was growing up. Alright, that should do it. We fight the cheese together, we get stronger together. That's all I got, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.